Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is September 23rd, 2021. This is episode 415, I think. I'm not sure. All right, we're doing King Spawn. Issue number 2. I think my last review was issue number 1. The issue number 1 was 40 pages for $5.99. This is 20 pages for $2.99. But it just has the main story follow-up. Okay, those other sub-stories are going to be separate issues, apparently, part of the Spawn universe. All right, so Todd McFarland is rolling out the price like Walmart. He's the Walmart of comics, keeping this at $2.99 instead of $3.99 and $4.99, like our friends at Marvel and DC seem to be doing. On the cover here, we have Spawn, of course, and this face down here, I'm trying to figure that out. I think it's a face. I'm thinking it might be Mark, his associate, that helps him out with the computer stuff, does the research and whatnot. This actual image is something that does not really occur in the book, but it is a cool image nonetheless. Now, I'm not going to recommend this for general audiences. I am going to recommend it for Spawn fans and collectors of Spawn, just because it is a good book. I mean, as far as it's well put together, well produced, nice art, the writing is good. The story, however, it's got a few tropes in it that I'm a little bit tired of personally, so I am not going to continue on with this one. I'm going to check out at this issue here. I'll probably stick with Spawn Universe, though, or Spawn Universe, that's what it was called, for a little bit and see how that goes. All right, let's see who worked on this. Okay, the script and plot is Sean Lewis, and it looks like Todd McFarland had some additional dialogue put in. Art is by Javi Fernandez. Colors are FCO Placencia. Letterers are World Design. And cover artists are Javi Fernandez, Todd McFarland, and Don Aguilo. Creative director is Todd McFarland, and the editor is Thomas Healy. So this is kind of just took us right out of the original story. Look at all this dialogue you have to read through, and it's pretty much just saying that they're going to try to entice Spawn to come back to be the king of hell again, basically. And they're doing it through terrorist groups that are going after children, of all things. So there's a couple tropes in here. I didn't enjoy it that much. The art in it is spectacular. I mean, you cannot not like that. One of the complaints I have is they use this dialogue here. Sometimes it's Spawn talking, sometimes it's the narrator, and sometimes it's some evil entities. They really don't go into it too much. All we know is at this point is they are going after children, and they're trying to turn Spawn so he will become king of, I believe, of hell and of heaven and earth, perhaps. So the story itself, it didn't really catch me that much. Spawn is posed here as Al Simmons. He's working with She-Spawn, and also Mark is in this as well. And the art is fantastic, but the story just didn't grab me the way I'd hoped. You've got these weird things going on. Like I said, these dialogue things, it's different people talking in this yellow text, brown background. And it was confusing. I didn't like it. And we've got some sexual escapades going on by this one person, or these couple, I guess. They're actually these terrorists that are there's like splinter cells going after targets that have kids involved. The first one blew up a children's school, if you recall from issue number 1. So they're just trying to get information about who the person is who's doing this. It really doesn't go into it too much. There isn't a lot of action in this one. Spawn does come in to save the day during one of these attacks, and this is pretty much it right here. This is your big action scene. And that's how it ends. Just the two terrorists have been taken down. So, yeah, it's okay. And then you get like this other thing where that's the bad guy talking now, but it's in a dialogue type box that we've never seen before with red writing instead of a black background. So it's kind of, I don't know. I think it could have been edited a little bit better. I think the story could have been a little bit more interesting. I just didn't find this very compelling as far as indie comics Jones looks for in a story. So let's quickly go through and see what else is going on. We get an interview with one of the artists, Javi Fernandez, talk about his work, and then we get a coming attraction for Gunslinger #1, Gunslinger Spawn #1. This coming out in October, and then The Scorched on sale in December, and that's also a #1. So we have a couple #1s coming out to look forward to. So we're all familiar with Gunslinger #1, and here's his debut cover, October 2021. So I am going to give it the seal of approval because I do think Spawn fans will like it, and collectors probably would want this one. But as for anything else, for the general public, I think that maybe we should check out some of the other books that are out there. So thanks for stopping by and listening to this review. As always, please like, please subscribe, please leave comments, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. I'm trying to do one of these a day. It's very difficult for me right now. Our house goes up for sale tomorrow. I've been painting. I still got paint all over my fingers. I don't know if you can see that. I thought it was water-based, and then I went to wash the the brush out, and it just like clinged to my hands. It was all over my hands. But you know what? Dawn dishwashing liquid actually breaks through the oil base. So it took me a while, but I did get the stuff off without having to use turpentine, which I didn't have. So this is Indie Comics Jones. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave comments, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. As always, this is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.